Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over kind of what's going on in the in-ground gardening, and also I'm going to be planting the brassicas. This is a watermelon spot that we got going for fall watermelons. They came back from volunteer, and we're just waiting now to see how they develop. This is nowhere close to being ready because here's the little tendrils. They're not dried up yet. So we know it's got, at least 2 or 3 weeks to go on it. I think it's the biggest watermelon out here. A couple of them's died for whatever reason. The watermelons itself, not the plants. But we still got some out here. They're growing. Again, I just don't know. They may be like tomatoes. They may be hard to ripen whenever you get this time of year because shortened days. So, that's one problem. Here's all the stupid jujubes that's going back. I need to cut back, and I keep forgetting to bring my shears out here. To cut them down. This is the second planting. This is the second planting of carrots, and they're starting to come up. And one thing on your carrots, you gotta get in here and get these little grass plants out of here, or they'll take over pretty quick. But they're pretty spaced out, pretty nice. Get up over here. We've got the beans, and they're kind of struggling. We just hadn't had any rain, and but we have pulled one crop of them off already. And then here's the carrots. The first ones I planted, they're a little bit further along than the other ones. Again, I've got to get in here and pull up the weeds and keep them out. But it's not that bad weeds. And see how they're doing. And then just step up over to the left side, see how the carrots. The newest carrots I planted the other day, they're coming up. So I'm gonna have lots of carrots. It's 150 rows of carrots. And the reason I got so many carrots is because I got so many carrot seeds. Even giving them away, I still got a lot of carrot seeds. But that's what you get into when you get a really good deal. Today I'm gonna be planting the brassicas. And I've got them about the size that I want them, and then I'm gonna got them in the trays, and they're pretty easy to plant. I did took the drip hose and ran the sucker hose and ran that down for a couple 3 hours. So I wanted to make sure they had plenty of moisture underneath it, so that when the roots went down, they'd get into moisture. To get the things out, I did use a little drill bit because it's about the right size. You put the tape on here because if you don't, when you lay this thing down, you won't be able to see it. And I've done a lot of sticks out here, and I will misplace those sticks almost every time because once you're busy doing it, then you lay it down, then you kind of find it, you can't. But the first one we're going to be planting is the Asper Brock. First time I planted these. And basically you just come up right here, you look at the bigger ones, and you just push it from the bottom. And tomato plants, you'll want to wait till you can pull them up. But with brassicas, they don't have good root system. But that's a nice root system. Again, I like these trays. They do not wrap around like you do on a lot of trays. Seed trays, and then just dig your hole about the level that they're going to be on. And I brought this out here because I'm going to be watering. I brought my stick out, yardstick out here, so I know how much 18 inches was. But I don't see it, so it's either at the other end or not. But on the spacing, if you want to grow the bigger heads, you go 18 inches. You want to smush them together, you can go each foot. I'm gonna go 18 inches. See how they do, and I'm gonna plant these up, and I'll show you what they look like when we get through. Okay, I got the 2 rows planted. This is what they kind of look like. This is the broccolis first, and the only thing I guess I saw was a little bit different in the 2 was on the different varieties. The Minuteman, the Twister cauliflower did seem to be a little less vigorous than the rest of them so far. because they start right here, and they're just kind of smaller than the other ones. I did have a lot of trouble with the roots coming out from the jujube trees, so they were a pain even after I've cut them down. But I still got one more row, because I'm getting about, out of 50-foot row, I'm getting 30 plants, and I was painting 10 a piece, and I had 8 varieties, so that didn't come out, my math didn't come out right, so I got another row. I might even put in a 4th row, and the way I'm doing it is I'm digging a little small trench, putting the sucker hose in there. I'll let that sucker hose go for a couple of hours and get everything good and wet, and that's what I did on the other ones. I still got them kind of in the valley. If we get a big rain and it washes in, that could cause me problems, but I'm betting I'm not going to have that. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it is an idea. And I guess the only other things I'll show right quick is the beans over here are making. I've already had one crop come off. I'm getting the second crop come off, so I'm going to need to pick those either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because it's starting to get dark. But anyway, that's the cauliflower and the broccoli that I planted, and one asperbrock, and I'll keep y'all updated on how they progress, how they do. They're a little later than what I would like, but my first batch died off, and so I had to put a second batch. So I wish I was a little further along, but I still think that they ought to make it okay. We'll find out. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.